Alright, so I'm going to be opening up and disassembling this Dell XPS 15 L521X. So this model, I'm not too sure what's going on with it, but the battery's not charging. When I push this little button here, the lights that show the battery charge level just flash. So it could be the charge port or it could be a bad battery, but we'll find out. I think it's more likely the charge port since the battery, since it doesn't work even when it's plugged in. Okay, so it looks like we're going to need a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver, as well as a PH1 or JS1. So first we're going to open up this metal cover here. I just get underneath with my fingernail. You can use a pry tool or whatever, but get underneath there, and then there's 2 screws here. You want to keep these screws, all these screws that we're removing, in order because they are different size, shape, and length. If you mix them up, you can actually damage the computer. Alright, so the way I do that, I just put them with the flat side down on my desk. In the pattern, I'd remove them. So there's like 4 going across here, 2 here, and 2 here, and that's just how I put them on my desk. Alright, so we're going to close this. Right, we're going to switch over to the T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver, and let's go ahead and remove these screws. Okay, one there, one here. Alright, we got 2 more on the middle section. Okay, and then 2 at the bottom. I think I've worked on one that looked like this before. Hopefully the cover just pops out like on the other one. So let's see. Might be a little tough. Let's see if I open this, what it looks like inside. Okay, everything looks like a solid piece, and then there's this palm rest and this metal piece. So I don't remember if the metal part comes out or the rubbery cover comes out. I think it's the rubbery cover. So I'm gonna first try removing this metal piece. That doesn't look like it's moving. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna pull this up. Let's see. So let's flip it this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start here. Okay, that looks like it's lifting. So using the gap where the hinges, I'm gonna pull up here. And I'm pushing with my palm down, so that way when I pull up, it's actually flexing the plastic in this direction. And what that does is it actually pulls the clips towards the center a little bit. So there you go. You can see it's coming out. All right, actually, after I remove just those, the whole cover seems to be coming out. There we go. Oh, and there's a cable here. Whoa, that came out really easily. I don't think that should have came out so easily. This clip here is kind of loose, so I'm gonna have to fix that. So that's really strange. Let's see, maybe that's what's going on. So I'm gonna loosen this screw, and we're gonna lift this and slide that into place. As you can see, this piece comes out. I might have to zoom in for you guys to see this better. Okay. So here you can see this piece comes out here, and there's these 2 little extrusions or protrusions that help hold that into place. Okay. So I'm wondering if this is what's causing the issue. I'm gonna put this connector back in and see if it's going to help. All right, so this kind of looks okay, but it's like curved. So I'm gonna kind of try and flatten this back out. All right, so as you can see, there's this connector here. So this latch, this cable goes into there. You wanna be careful. It looks like somebody changed the battery. It doesn't look like it has the original Dell battery in here. All right, so we're gonna push that. Oops, sorry, my hair's getting in the way. Hold that into place with my finger and then put that latch down. Let's see when I push this, any change? Nope, it just flickers just like before. Let me try plugging in the charging cable and see if any change. All right, got this Dell charger. Okay, so Dell, this one's using this larger charger. Nothing's happening. Pushing the button, it just flickers. All right, so we're gonna unplug this, and let's go ahead and take this out the right way now. So flip this up. You'll see this cable here. You want to be careful. Flip this latch up, and this pops out just like that. So the charge port is this barrel style. So it looks like it's soldered into place. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and just use a voltmeter to see if it's actually getting power through to these pins or if something is broken here. But it looks like if we need to replace it, it needs to be soldered into place. So let's drop that down. I see 1 stick of RAM here, so we're gonna I'm going to show you how to remove that. Just pull these two tabs to the side. The RAM comes up like that. You just wiggle and pull it out, and here you can see it's PC3 12800S. So if you wanted to replace this RAM, you can get any PC3 12800S RAM, and the size doesn't matter as long as you match the PC3 12800S. Alright, so you can get a 16 gig stick if they have that. I don't think they have a 32 gig stick version of this. Then to put it back, you put it at an angle like that. Make sure you pull it all the way in. I like to pinch both sides and then clip that back down. Alright, I'm not going to do a complete disassembly of this because I need to just check this. But here you can see the battery connector, this kind of connector. You just grab this and you kind of just wiggle to pull it out. Maybe I'll actually test this without the battery connected. You got the SSD here, so the SSD is held in with this clip. If you want to be safe after disconnecting the battery, what you want to do is press and hold the power button for 10 to 15 seconds. This is mostly important if you're messing around with the LCD or LVDS screen connector. If you're not messing with that, then you don't really need to worry about it too much. Alright, so we'll close that. Alright, so under here, I see the keyboard connector. I'm not going to take everything out again. I don't know if I worked on this model before. Maybe I did. But the battery model number is W0Y6W. Alright, there's a M SATA SSD here. One screw, it pops up just like the RAM, and then you can pull it out. The CPU and GPU are soldered to the board. I believe this is the GPU and that's the CPU. Wireless card, same thing like the RAM, except there's these wireless antennas. The wireless antennas, like every other model, you just pull on the tail straight up. Okay, let me see if I can, oh, I can't see. Okay, so like this, I just pull on the tail straight up like this, and it pops out. To put it back, you just line it back up. Okay, and then push it back down. Alright, so we got that. Hard drive connectors here. You just pull this yellow plastic tab up. Sometimes these kinds of connectors are hard to remove that way. So what I do is I get my fingernail under like an edge of it, and then while I'm pulling it, I just pop that connector up, just like that. Alright, so there we go. We're going to get this connector and put it back in. But yeah, if you need to replace the hard drive, there's 4 screws here holding this metal caddy to hold this hard drive in place. It was upgraded to a 1 terabyte SSD, it looks like. But yeah, you might have to remove the battery to get this screw out from under here. And the battery, to remove it, there's a screw here, and a screw up there. And I think that might be, oh, there's one more screw here. And then it kind of like tips forward. Oh, one more screw in the middle there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, or is the speaker on top of this battery? Or I guess these are both battery screws. So there's 3 screws on top and 3 screws on the bottom. Alright, that's pretty much all I'm going to show inside here. You got the, looks like the optical drive connector here. This looks like the BIOS or CMOS battery, this twisted red and black wire. Fan connector here. You got, this is probably for like the trackpad. Then you got the keyboard backlight cable there. And then I don't know what these two are without popping stuff apart. Actually, this longer cable is for this SD card slot with the audio jacks. So that means one of these smaller cables are for the touchpad. I see here JTP, so that's for the touchpad. And then I see a JLED, so there must be a light somewhere on here. It might be this front light for the hard drive. But yeah, without completely taking it apart, I won't know for sure, but from looking at it, that's what it looks like. Alright, so there we go. Let's try plugging this in again with the battery disconnected and see if there's any change. So far, no change. Let's see if the power button does anything. Nope. I have a feeling the charge port is damaged. Nothing's happening at all. Okay, let's see if any power is coming through. I'm going to use a voltmeter and see if I can detect any voltage coming through the charge port. So what I'm going to do, it's most likely, I think this is a 19 volt or 19.5, so I'm setting it to the 20 volt setting, and then we're going to get underneath this plastic. Let me zoom in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this. I guess we'll put this here. Okay, and then these side pins are always the ground here. So if I poke this ground one, which also is this whole, which also is this whole metal casing, should be the ground pin. Anyways, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna touch it to one of the pins back here and see if we're getting a any power through here. So here you can see some powers going through there. Okay. What about through the middle one? I don't know if the middle one is a ground pin or if that's actually also a positive. But nothing. So these two side pins are okay, but this middle pin, nothing is there. Let me see if that's a ground pin. So we're going to touch that one and then touch the center. And no, so that's not a ground pin. Actually, it is. Okay, so we're doing that. So if we touch these two, here you can see power is, come on, it's having a hard time. There's like a coating on these. So power is actually going through all the pins. So if that's the case, they put like a coating on this to kind of like keep the electricity from kind of being conductive, but there you go. There you go, and there you go. So all these pins are actually getting power through. Okay, so if that's the case, that means it really is a motherboard issue, and I'm not able to do motherboard type repairs. So at least not on that level. I'd have to basically replace the motherboard. I'm gonna see what the customer wants to do. I have someone I work with that does some motherboard repairs, but depending how bad it is, they might not be able to repair it. Yeah, so I just confirmed power is going through the charge port, which kind of sucks because they put a 1 terabyte SSD in here, and then there's an SATA. So this was kind of a nice build upgrade. So anyways, we're gonna pull that cable out. Let's zoom back out. We're gonna just put it back together because it looks like it's a motherboard issue. So got the battery here. Let's go ahead and reconnect that. I mean, I figured because when we push this, actually, let me see what happens if I take this out and then if I do that. I don't think it's going to show anything at that point. Let's have it plugged in. And then let's try pushing the battery charge level detector. Since there's no battery, it's probably going to show nothing, but let's see what happens. Okay, latch that down, and yeah, nothing happens. So I don't know if they dropped it or something, because again, this battery detector board somehow was like yanked out and slid over at an angle, which like if I even like try and yank this, you see how difficult it is to do that. So it's pretty hard to even move it. So yeah, it looks like maybe it was dropped or it was thrown down too hard, or maybe it just failed on its own. I don't know, but yeah, it's looking like it is getting a charge through, so something on the motherboard is toast. Alright, well anyways, let's go ahead and put it back together. So we put the bottom side in first. Of course, you have to reconnect this cable, so you kind of have to put the cover slightly at an angle. Make sure to get that in. Alright, just like that. Flip that latch down. There we go. Put the bottom in like this. Alright, slowly close it down and clip the top in. Alright, now we're just going to put back the screws. Since we're already with the PH1 or JS1 screwdriver, we're going to put back those screws first in the center here. Okay. Alright, and then we're gonna close this piece up and put these screws back in. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can also work on their devices. I also have other random videos, so if you want, share those as well, just so they're not like, well, I don't care about fixing my computer. There's videos of like stray cats and kittens on the side of my house. So if they like that kind of thing, there's also other random like installing and kind of yeah, random like review videos. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. All right, let's drop this thing. Bye.